Now, in high definition, from the station on your side, this is WAVY News Online.
New information is raising eyebrows about a deadly police-involved shooting in Portsmouth.
We now know that on April the 23rd, an officer shot a man 11 times on Green Street in Old Town. The medical examiner says that they found 5 bullets inside 28-year-old Carlton Denyakin. Jason Marks talked with Denyakin's family, his attorney, and Denyakin's old roommate.
It's been a month after Carlton Denyakin was shot by a Portsmouth police officer. And for friends, the pain isn't close to gone.
He's our best friend.
Denyakin, a native of Kazakhstan, was living in Portsmouth, sending money back home.
He didn't bother anybody. He was harmless.
April 23rd, Denyakin was headed back to his friend's apartment on Green Street. He couldn't get in, so he started banging on the door. At the same time, police say they were looking for a burglary suspect, and an officer approached Denyakin. And when he didn't obey his commands, the officer pulled out his gun and fired.
Execution. That's insane. He was shooting to kill.
Today, the medical examiner released the findings to Denyakin's autopsy. He was shot in the hands, chest, back, and legs, 11 times total, all from one gun.
And he emptied his clip out on my friend. So how am I supposed to feel about that? You know, I'm struck.
It's outrageous. 11 shots certainly is excessive. It's outrageous. One shot in this circumstance would have been outrageous.
Carlton, Bennett, and John Hooker are representing Denyakin's family. Next month, they plan to file a lawsuit against the city claiming excessive force.
I don't want this to reflect on any other police officers, because there are a lot of police officers that are good out there, and they're friends of ours. And for one rogue police officer, I don't want the other ones to get blamed for it.
In Portsmouth, Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
Attorneys do admit that Denyakin was drunk at the time of the shooting. Police say they were forced to shoot when he lunged at them. We asked Portsmouth Police for a response about the report. We were told that they didn't have any comments.
And we're learning more about that accident that killed a Norfolk shipyard worker during yesterday's storm. It happened around 4:30 at Pier 8. 30-year-old Walter Amos was killed when winds topping 80 miles an hour pushed a portal crane that pinned him between 2 portable buildings. Chris Scott is the head coach at Ocean Lakes High School football team, and played for the school's very first team alongside Walter Amos.
And I just remember him pulling me to a side and saying, listen, you know, we're young guys, but we have to play early, and we're going to have to step up and be a family and play hard, keep this team and be leaders together.
Al Scott says they had been planning on coaching the team at Ocean Lakes together soon. Amos leaves behind a wife and 2 children.
Dominion Virginia Power reports about 18,000 customers still without power. Several businesses along Airline Boulevard in Portsmouth are still in the dark right now. Crews are working to restore downed power lines. They even brought a mobile command center on Victory Boulevard.
I can assure you that we're working as quickly as we can. We have enough resources. We have a great plan. But when you have a storm with this impact, 80-mile-an-hour winds, unfortunately, the power is going to go out in some areas.
About 1,500 Dominion workers and more than 300 bucket trucks are on the job tonight. It could be until at least Thursday night before electricity is back on.
Now, in high definition, from the station on your side, this is Super Dapper 10 Online.
And a look at what's called a sea breeze. And a sea breeze is fairly common for this time of year. We saw it kick in across parts of the area during the day for today. It moved inland a little bit and cooled things back on down. What we end up with is a breeze coming in off of the Atlantic with the land heating up very, very rapidly. And the water temperature still into the upper 60s. So that cooler air advances inland. And with it, we could see some cloud cover during the afternoon hours, during the heat of the day. Maybe a straight shower or thunderstorm. But again, it's not very, very likely at all. And when I underline isolated, I mean probably not happening. Afternoon temperatures are going to be in the 88 to 94 degree range coming up for the next week. Here's what's ahead overnight. Skies mostly clear. Temperatures dropping on down into the upper 60s, around 70 during the day for tomorrow. We're looking at highs into the low to mid 90s. It's going to be very, very warm. Just an isolated, again, sea breeze shower, thunderstorm popping up later in the day, Thursday or Friday. And even then, it's not very likely. Temperatures, again, basically into the upper 80s and low 90s.
Stay with WAVY News 10 for all your day's news.
Our next newscast is 5 a.m. We'll see you then.
Now, high definition from the station on your side. This is WAVY News Online.